Shalom, shalom, shalom. See the heading there? It says Pittsburgh Bridge collapses hours before Biden visit to city as an omen, as a portent, and we'll get into that. All right, and we keep telling you, all right, that this place is done. So anyway, first and foremost, call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rekokadash. Uh, Double honors once again to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, who through the Holy Spirit continue to give us His truth. All right. Wow. You see this, the vehicles at the bottom there. That's got to be a horrible experience. You know, I remember seeing it on TV. What was it, in Minneapolis? Back in 2011, I believe it was, where that bridge collapsed. And, you know, ever since then, you know, just it enters my mind every time I go over these old ass bridges and everything, you know, or taking the train, the subway from here in D.C. into Virginia, because there you're going underwater, you're going, you know, the Potomac River. So that always plays in the mind because of this shitty infrastructure. But like I say, omen, portent, all right, these things that signify, hey, this is the end. All right, so it says the bridge collapsed early Friday morning in Pittsburgh's Point Breeze neighborhood, prompting rescuers to rappel nearly 150 feet, while others formed a human chain to help rescue people from a dangling bus. Wow. The incident came just a few hours before President Joe Biden traveled to Pittsburgh to discuss the $1 trillion infrastructure law. A little late, all right? A little fucking late. It said, and that goes to prove you, I had always said that if they had wanted, would have been, I don't want to call it brilliant, but when Obama had taken office, the best thing he could have done was, you know, that was a way to get, they always talk about get everybody to work, get everybody to work. Look at all the work that could have been done in rebuilding all these fucking bridges and other things here. It's part of the infrastructure. Man, that would have been years worth of work, but that goes to show you that they're pulling the plug on this place, all right? They're trying to hurry up and set up this new world order. They're not worried about all this other shit. They want to get the people, they want their souls, all right? They want to own you, rule you. It's a greater prize here than fucking infrastructure, all right? It says 3 or 4 vehicles, including a Port Authority bus, were on the snow-covered bridge on Forbes Avenue over Fern Hollow Creek in Frick Park when it collapsed shortly before 7 a.m. Eastern. Wow. Chief Jones said 3 people were taken to the hospital, but none of the injuries are believed to be life-threatening. I bet they... Anyway, it says in total, he said there were 10 minor injuries, which included injuries suffered by first responders. The steel span was built in 1970. At least 51 years old. I don't know the month when it was built, completed, but let's just say, fuck it, 52 years. Damn. And there are a whole lot of older bridges. We're just talking about bridges, all right? And a 2019 inspection revealed the deck and superstructure to be in poor condition. Well, why wasn't anything done about it almost 3 years ago? See? Pittsburgh Mayor Ed Gainey said a gas line was cut during the collapse, which led to a strong smell of natural gas in the area. We could have had some significant injuries, all right? Well, blah, blah, blah. He said when asked by reporters Friday morning about this bridge collapse occurring on the same day that Biden visits the city to discuss the infrastructure law, Pittsburgh Mayor said it is critical that we get this funding. He added that the bridge was last inspected in September 2021. Well, I'll put it this way. I would not want to be the person or persons that inspected that bridge September. We're talking about 4 months ago. But again, this should have been addressed. When did they say? Inspection in 2019. You're going on 50 years old then. It was 49. So come on now. Again, the I don't want to say complete apathy on their part, but you got to realize, America has a history of having a tombstone mentality when it comes to things like that. And what I mean by that is, if you notice, in order for them to address anything like this, where think of your, especially for Jake in our neighborhoods, you don't see efforts to like curb speeding, where they put like speed bumps, or they used to have dips, or anything like that, unless someone gets seriously fucked up or get killed. But you go into Esau's neighborhoods, see, they don't want you driving around like that. This is a fucked up place. This place has got to go for more than reasons than you might think. But the primary purpose is what they did to the children of Israel, us. So hey, let's get some scriptures here. I waited too long for that. So yeah, so we've got president shows up an hour after. Like, damn, that's yeah. I'll get those words I was talking about right after this. Let's go to Isaiah, all right, because and 14. Now we all know this is talking about a certain ruler that he's talking about Esau in this present day. All right, I will start at, because of his pride, it says, yeah, I'll start at 5. It says, the Most High Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked. Who is the wicked? All right, it's the nation of Edom, ones you call white people today, and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he never let up. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. He wants that birthright back. All right, that's the basis for his hatred with us. This is set up in the spirit. Where you got positive, you got to have a negative. Where you have righteousness, you got to have wickedness. That's just the way this is set up. All right. It says, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Feller, think of, say, lumberjack, people in that trade. And that's true, because look at all the lands that have become basically barren because of the lumber industry. Even down in South America, they're cutting down the rainforest down there, and that's a big thing when it comes to oxygen replenishment, because that's what trees do. All right. It says, let's see, 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Why? Because there's a lot more parity in the earth now as far as weapons. And this, you got to remember, Revelation 6 and 4, he's taken, well, let's get that real quick. All right, this is what this bastard does. This is Revelation 6 and 4. This is what he was created to do. All right, it says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. All this strife and chaos in the world is a result of these fucking Edomites. All these weapons being sold, and he's the only one. They keep talking about the SALT treaties and the strategic arms and limitations treaties and all those, and all these summits that they have talking about reducing the nuclear arsenal. Motherfuckers, he's the only one that ever used nukes in a war. Actually, it was after the war. All right, because I mean, in the sense that they say it ended it, but Japan tried to surrender in February of '45, and then again, I think it was around June. So they disregarded that altogether. They had wanted to use these things in actual combat. All right, so that's why they allowed things to go on as long as they did. Because, like I said, Japan was trying to surrender. They just wanted to negotiate with the forces concerning their emperor. All right, that was it. And of course, with Truman and everything, they decided, well, of course, Roosevelt up until I think April is when FDR died. Just right off the top of my head, that's what I'm thinking. So then Truman took over. So and that's when, hey, you know, they made up their mind. They weren't going to listen. They wanted to do this, and it sent a message. All right, and after that, the dollar became what? The currency. All right, the world currency. Anyway, back to this. So these are some wicked motherfuckers. Anyway, back to Isaiah 14. Uh, it says, "Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirs up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, Art thou become as weak as we? Art thou become like unto us?" Nobody respects America. Like I said, they enjoy demigod-like status. I'm talking about the so-called white man in particular. All right. Uh, ever since up until the last few, let's just say, a couple of decades, and then this just decline. You know, a lot of people. I won't say the last. Well, yeah, as it took just a steep dive. You know, because people just want America out. That's why I just picked 20 years. Like Japan, you know, get the fuck out. Uh, Other countries like Germany don't want the American bases there anymore. You know, that's why I picked 20 years. But, you know, of course, it's been on everybody's mind for a hell of a lot longer than that. Anyway, verse 11, it says, "Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows." And here's the point: the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Now, let's go into that. The worms. All right. The worm, at Strong's H 7415, Ramah, maggot, worm is cause and sign of decay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's what's going on here. All right. This place is out of here. Now let's get another scripture real quick, and I'll come back to this. This is Jeremiah. Let's see, 51. Let's see. Uh-huh. This is start at 6. "Flee out of the midst of Babylon," and this is Babylon the Great, "and deliver every man his soul, be not cut off in her iniquity," which for a lot of our people, it's already too late. You know, 2/3 are gone. "For this is the time of the Most High Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Most High Yahweh's hand." Remember what I was talking about? He enjoyed demigod status. All right. America could do no wrong at one time. All right. That golden cup, what is included in that? That philosophy, that democracy that they spread throughout the world. And now, people are like, you know what? Fuck this shit. You know, you got to go. What I was talking about, people wanting them out the countries now. Yeah. All right. "Babylon has been a golden cup in the Most High Yahweh's hand, that made all the earth drunken with her philosophies and doctrine. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country." You're seeing a lot of that. A lot of these people They just come here to make their money and go back home. That's it. That's it. They know this is, and a lot of them make reference to how they, what they did to us. They are very aware of how this devil treated us. All right, and he can't shake that. That's what pisses him off. All right, and that's prophecy. Habakkuk second chapter. There's, um, well, let's get that real quick. This is Habakkuk 2. Their glory is, like I said, they can't, they want this so bad, that's why they're trying to take it all out to schools, what they did to us. Now they're passing laws that because uh, it's shameful to them to the point where they don't want their children, this critical race theory thing has got them, and they don't want their children to be confounded and overwhelmed of it because the truth, that's what the truth does. All these schools are trying to take slavery out of their books, trying to say that we were immigrants who came over here, but regardless of that, of the status, what you did, that doesn't account for that. All right, even though we know that immigrant, that's bullshit. See, this is what happens. We have to understand power, and this is why this devil has to be taken out of power. This media is a big, huge weapon of these devils, and they even use that against us. When you find out, when you go to most of these books like At the Hands of Persons Unknown, 100 Years of Lynching, what's the other one? All these books, when you read them, you have to understand that the media played a big part. They, this savage Negro rapes white woman or some shit like that, and it played a part in, what's the word I want to use? Exciting or bigging up the event a lot more than it was, and they found out that this guy had actually nothing to do with it, the one that they lynched. All right, but they bigged it up to the point where, and it, got into the emotions of these devils, because hey, in the South, what was it about? Preserving, what was it, white womanhood or some shit like that, them nasty skanks. But yeah, that's it. Like I say, this devil got, here it is, Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Most High Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee. It's your turn. And shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. That's why they're trying to hurry up and get this new world order established. Get this chip in everyone. That's the ultimate goal. They're trying to force you to make a decision. Is the Most High Yahweh, His Son Yahweh Shai, are they your power, or is the white man going to be your power? That's what Revelation 13, 16, and 17 is going into. And you've already, this was a huge experiment for more reasons than one. One of the things was he wanted to see how many people just going to take his word and do what he says. You have to take this shot. That was an idol. All right, and it worked. So now he's got to go into another stage because he didn't get everybody that he thought he was going to get. All right. So, Jeremiah 51. Yeah, that's it. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone to his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. And you go to Isaiah 13th chapter, it goes further into that. But, let's see, read a little of that. I don't want to go this long, but hey. Isaiah 13. It says, 11, I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. I will cause the arrogancy of the proud. Who's more proud than these so-called white people? To seize, I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to seize, and will lay low the haughtiness, pride again, of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. For you so-called black woman, all right, you think you can do it all by yourself. You're going to see here very shortly how you've been set up. 13, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger, and there shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Every one that is found, you people that want to be shoulder to shoulder with these devils, marry them, okay? Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. 16, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. All right, so you got all these laws and bills that, you know, ensure that if a man touches you or looks at you the wrong way, that you can get him hemmed up, ruin his life. But the time is coming very shortly that ain't nobody gonna be worried about that shit. They're just gonna take it. All right. And like I said, you're gonna long for the days when you still had these protections. All right. But let's go into, I had promised earlier, I'd go into a couple of words here. And one of them is omen, you know, that bridged the thing, the incident that happened like it did, like an hour before this guy got here. All right. An omen, an event regarded as a portent of good or evil. All right. Now let's go portent. It says a sign or warning that something, especially something momentous or calamitous, is likely to happen. And what is that thing? The downfall of America. All right, which is going to end in the missiles, just wiping this place out. But before then, all kinds of miseries. Remember Sirach 16, well, 15, read both chapters, all right? But there's coming a time, and coming time shortly. Let's get that real quick. All right, and you're seeing that now with people are tired of these politicians. They're tired of the so-called leaders. We started 14, and this was Ezra saying, when he saw the vision, he said, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another. What does that sound like? Civil war. And swords in their hands. The modern day sword is the gun. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. And that famine, that's coming. All right. Like I said, not enough people took this shot. All right. And ultimately, they want you to get chipped. That's just it. They're trying to make you physically a part of this new world order. This new digital currency that's coming out, this is about control. That's all it's ever been. This man is perfecting. We thought that, you know, after the Civil War, chattel slavery ended. No, he was just biding his time. He always wanted to perfect his craft. All right. When we say this motherfucker's a devil, that's what we mean. Devil just means liar and deceiver. All the banksters, we're talking about the ruling elite banking families, this is what they want. You people, we are considered cattle, goyim, all right? And they can do whatever they want with us. And the idiots that just let people shoot them with something that they don't know. Hell, they don't even know. They just came out a couple of months ago talking about they need 75 years to find out their results, letting you know this is one big fucking experiment. And they tried to turn, well, it's yet to be seen how this is going to play out, but turn the people that didn't want or didn't get the shot against the people that got the shit. It's like a big fucking mass hypnosis. How could you be that fucking stupid? All because you want to go back to normal. That doesn't exist. What the fuck are they talking about? It's never going back to what you consider normal. What's normal? You got faggots and dykes running up and down the street. All kinds of other shit. This is the shit. This is what you call normal? Let's see what's left in this. Let's play a little bit of this.
We have the Salvation Army coming in to take care of some of the first responders. The Red Cross will be setting up a victims assistance unit at the Biddle building down the street here for any people want to know if their family members were on the bus or their condition. And right now, that's where we stand. No, I do not have any of that information. Sorry. Cause is under investigation.
Hello, it was fucking old. You all can read, view that at your leisure. But for now, hey, this place is done. All right. Hey, with that, hey, shalom.